Hey everybody, CP Hadley here, and today I am taking a look at the EVGA GeForce GTX 780. This is the OC edition with the fancy ACX cooling, which stands for Active Cooling Extreme. So this is actually replacing the card that I put in my build. There's a video for that if you want to watch that. That was the gigahertz edition card, and it had a really bad coil whine, and the fans were just a little too loud on it. It had 3 fans, whereas you can see, if you look at the back, this one only has those 2. So yeah, that was kind of a bummer. So I decided, this was the one I was kind of leaning towards from the beginning. So I figured I'd go ahead and, switch it out. Amazon's great about that, and check this card out. If you look online, there's actually a pretty good rundown. I'll put it up on the screen real quick here, of what this ACX cooling actually does. And it supposedly reduces the amount of heat that the card generates because it's the non-stop cooling system, so you're able to push a little bit more on the overclock. The card already comes overclocked, and supposedly you can get even more. There's been reports of some people getting up to, I think, 1200 on the megahertz on this one, although that's not common from what I hear, at least on the forums. So we'll see how far I can push this. I've got really good cooling in my system, more than I really need actually with that Xeon in there. So I'm looking forward to getting this out of the box and checking out just really what this bad boy actually looks like. I've been watching a lot of videos online. I'm curious. I want to get my hands on it. I want to check it out. So here it is. Got the box. Let's take a look at the box for a minute here. It's a pretty nice package actually. It's got this nice matte finish. I took off the this because it's so loud. I didn't want to put you through that part. So got a cat hair on it. It's got a nice finish. I just like, I don't know. I'm weird about textures on packaging. I like it when it's got that nice classy feel. Again, it's got that #1 EVGA label on it all over the place because they are proud of that. Super cooled, and then of course your ACX Active Cooling Extreme. And then it is a 780, of course. Turn it over, look at the back. You've got quite a bit of information on here. If you look, there's no shortage of details about this card. Pretty much anything you would want to know before you buy this is back here, as well as being able to see through the window at the card so you can see the serial number. Ooh, ah. So that being said, oh yeah, and then here is all that #1 and everything information that was on there. So I'm going to go ahead and bust out my trusty cutting utensil, slice this open. Don't want to harm my nice little matte finish box. I keep all my boxes. It's just a thing. In case I want to sell it later, something happens to it and I have to send it in for repair. So I'm going to pop that up and let's slide it out. I was trying to spare you all the loud noises, but I just don't think that's possible. Okay. My goodness, there's a lot more in this box than there was in the box for the Gigabyte. First things first, this one was trying to run away. Didn't want to come out. I'm not going to be able to get this all in the frame, but wow, okay. Game of Pwns. Yep, there it is. Big poster. Game of Pwns. Not going to be doing anything with that. One of the things about these posters that they include and stuff, and this used to make me mad when I was younger with Nintendo Power, is they would always send you the posters in Nintendo Power, and then what were you supposed to do with those things, man? I ripped it out and then hung it up on the wall. It was all folded. I don't know, I still did it anyway, but... All right, here's a nice little set. What do we got? Of course, got the user's manual. And again, it's nice quality. Pretty impressed with this. This disc is cool looking. I really like the disc. Not going to do anything with it because I'm going to download the drivers. But then you've also got, if you look inside of here, you've got the case badge to let everybody know that you're rocking the EVGA. What does it say on here? Oh, just powered by EVGA, and it's got a little wrench on there to let people know that you can tweak this card, I guess. Attention! Attention, folks. What is this giving me attention for? Please allow the graphics card to cool for a minimum of 2 minutes after operation before removing from your system. Don't burn yourself, especially if you've been overclocked. Quick start guide. Put it in your computer and screw it down. Pretty easy. Important notice. Wonder what's important about it. It's cutting edge card, latest technology, motherboard compatibility, blah, blah, blah. Wow, now you're really going all out here. Enthusiast built. You got 2 stickers here, so if you want to go crazy and just really, you know, if you got one of those cases that's like flashing and got all lights in it and stuff, I mean, just dress it up. You got the stickers. Ah, it just keeps going. You've got this usual like D-sub, you know, VGA to DVI adapter, and I don't know if it's DVI-D or not. Don't use these, but if you have to, they're in the box. You've got 2 Molex to, what is this, a 6-pin. So unlike the Gigabyte edition card that I had, this one actually uses, I think, an 8 and a 6 instead of an 8 and an 8. So I'll have to change it out. Or no, I won't. I got a good cord in modular. It's got an optional. Wow, okay. And then here you've got a splitter from 8 to 8 and... Now this takes 2 6 and makes an 8. So, those things just make me kind of weary. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of messing with the power. Make the power clean. Avoid coil line. Avoid system shutdowns and lockups and randomness. Make sure you have a good power supply is what I'm getting at here. There she is. Got a nice protective cover on the top of it right there, which is good because it's a little scratched. And this has got some heft to it. So I'm going to pull it out here carefully. That wasn't the most careful in the world. All right, get that out of the way. Well, here it is in all of its glory. Now, I did order a back plate for this as well because if you look, it's exposed, and the Gigabyte one actually had a back plate on it, which is what kind of sold me on it. So got the back plate to go with this. It doesn't look like it's going to go over any screws to put it down, so I won't be voiding the warranty, because if I take the sticker off, that voids the warranty. You can really see on here, it's got really, really nice fans and heat sinks on it. It's very heavy. It has a good feel to it, which is what you want in a piece of hardware. It really surprises me that these things hold up as well as they do in computer cases without any kind of additional reinforcement besides just the 2 screws in a card slot. I mean, they're pretty back heavy, especially this card. You've got your 2 power connectors. Like I said, one of them is 8 and one of them is 6, which is, you know, that's a little different than the last one I had. It tells me it maybe doesn't overclock quite as far, but, you know, it's okay. It's 780 for goodness sakes. And then finally, the star of the show, the ACX cooler. Now, according to EVGA, these fans have all kinds of things about them that make them special. They're supposed to, you know, have like 10 times the rigidity or something and last 10 times longer, and they've got special bearings in them, you know, to make sure that they spin very easily, which, you know, it does. And then you got the, it's just a nice look for an open side case, actually. You know, obviously the side that's going to be facing out does have this nice EVGA logo on it and this nice silver finish. So I think it'll go well in my case. The motherboard I'm using is the Z87 Pro from Asus, and it's got kind of a weird color scheme. So this pretty much has to go with anything if that motherboard goes with anything. So I'm looking forward to getting this installed and doing some benchmarks with it. But here it is. It's very reflective. But the EVGA GeForce GTX 780 OC edition with the ACX cooler.